Alright, guys, so I'm making this video to address some things that I have noticed from a YouTube channel called Gamingbros. If you watch this channel, and I'm not trying to attack the channel, I'm not going after the people that are on the channel, but I am here making a few statements about some things I've seen that are a little bit troubling. Alright, first and foremost is a kid that is getting into the Explorers program. And there's a few gaming videos on the channel. And then there's the kid going over security officer jobs. Now, as you can tell, I work security. I've worked security since 2007. So I've been in the field for quite some time. Now, there's people that have watched some of these videos and have left comments that says that this kid, there's no way, he's too young, he can't be a security officer or a guard. And in most states, you're right. However, from what I've gathered, this kid is in the Boston area, and state laws in Mass does not set a minimum standard age for unarmed security officers. It does, however, set a minimum age requirement for armed. The one video in particular that I noticed some comments on was one where this kid from Gamingbros channel was making a video showcasing a security patrol vehicle. And I picked up on some telltale signs that led me to believe, and this is my opinion, that this kid is not a security officer. First off, in the video, he is showcasing the outside of the vehicle. There's no graphics. I don't know of one security company anywhere that does not have some form of decals or graphics somewhere on the vehicle that say security. And the reason for that is security's job is to be proactive. You're to deter crime. You're not a cop. You're not responding to a call for a crime that's already been committed. You're a security officer. You're there to observe, report, and deter crime. Now, that was the first clue that this is not an actual security officer. The second clue in this same video was when he said he turned on the emergency lights. Now, in the video, you clearly see what appears to be a traffic advisor in the rear window of this vehicle. You also see a what appears to be a full-size roof-mounted light bar on top of the vehicle. You see a small little amber flashing beacon over the passenger front uh, of the vehicle on the roof that is flashing before he activates the security lights. And then he goes into the video. Now he's showing off a panel, what appears to your eyes to be a touchscreen siren panel. Now, there are sirens out there, guys, where you can have your smartphone or a tablet Bluetooth connected to the siren control panel, so you can activate sirens, you can turn sirens off, you can turn lights on and off. This is not the case. What gives it away is when he actually hits the siren sound buttons. On the touch screen, you hear a siren sound, but it's not loud enough to be an actual siren. It's literally just a siren soundbox app that you can download on your phone, on your tablets, so you can try and prank your friends, is what most people use them for. There are people who try to impersonate police officers using such apps. Don't do that. But this kid is just using a soundbox app that looks like a siren control panel and making siren sounds. When he activates the actual lights is when you get your third clue, because he's saying he's activating the security lights. But if you look, there's no security lights on the roof flashing on that full-size light bar. That one little round beacon that is over here on the passenger side roof of the vehicle near the front of the car was flashing when he first started the video up. The traffic advisor in the back doesn't get activated. And the kid makes his round around the car to showcase off the emergency lights, and all he has activated is his emergency flashers, which come standard per federal motor carrier safety, or federal motor vehicle laws on your vehicles when you pick up your car or buy your car from a dealership. All auto manufacturers have emergency signals. It's that little red triangle button that you have on your vehicle. Some are mounted on the actual dash. Some are mounted down on the center console. Some are up behind the steering wheel on the steering column. But every car has them. That's all he activated. Now with this particular car that the kid's showcasing, it activates, instead of 4-way flashers, 6-way. It activates the 2 front corner turn signals, the 2 rear corner turn signals, and the 2 turn signals that are on the front side of the side view mirrors. It's not a real security car. As we go through the video and I go through the comments, I read one comment that says, "Dude, you know it's illegal to impersonate a security guard / officer." And what I can tell you is that kinda is correct. Some states do have it illegal to impersonate security. But you have to read those states' laws. For instance, in Georgia, it's not illegal to wear a shirt that says security on it. You just cannot practice you cannot act in an official capacity as a security officer without a certified security officer training certificate. And that's the way it is in most states. Some states do have it where you can't even wear anything that says security on it unless you are a licensed security officer. Some states don't even have state laws regarding it, and it's left up to the counties and townships. Like I said, I'm at work. So, I go watching some more of this kid's videos. And we get to a video where the kid is going over a security officer's duty belt, and he says, "This belt is my same setup for my police belt, and I'm just going to tell you what a security guard does carry and what a security guard doesn't carry." And that's based on not state laws, but that's based on your job site. Because again, we have armed and we have unarmed security officers. Now, some sites don't require you to require you to wear a duty belt. You'll just wear your security uniform and carry a cell phone, whether it's a company cell phone or your personal cell phone. This is one thing I stress nowadays, and since we're into a lot of technology, that you always carry. There's 3 things I would require for carry as a security officer: a phone, a pen, and a notepad. Those 3 are the most important things. Pen and notepad to write down information. Take notes. A phone in case you have to make any kind of emergency phone call for assistance. Now, as we're watching the video from Gamingbros channel, he's going over all the pouches on the duty belt. And one thing that he goes over is tasers. And I haven't found anything in the state laws in the area where I believe that this kid lives about taser making you an armed security officer. But that is what his statement is if you carry a taser because it looks like a firearm, it's considered armed security. I haven't found anything in state laws like that. I've looked it up. I can't find it. It might be true. I might not be looking in the right spot, but I can't find it. If you live in Boston, in the Boston area in Mass, and you know that it's an actual law, if you could just leave a comment to the video and let me know. But as far as I know, I've looked and it's not true. What really got me with this kid was when he said armed security means you carry a taser or a firearm. In most states that I know of, and I have friends all throughout the country who work in security, work in law enforcement, I don't know of any place that says if you carry a taser, you're considered an armed guard. I know here in Georgia for a fact that if you carry a taser, pepper spray, baton, and handcuffs, that's considered still unarmed security, because in Georgia, armed security means you're carrying a firearm, and under state laws, a firearm is classified as a handgun, a rifle, or a shotgun. Now, why in the world would this kid think that? Well, maybe someone said something to him and said that you're considered an armed guard if you carry a taser. Maybe he got some bad information. Maybe he didn't even look it up. Or maybe he did look it up and had it right the whole time. As I said, I couldn't find anything, but that doesn't mean that it's not true. So, there's things that I'm still looking into, and I'm just finding more and more wrong with some of this kid's statements. Like I said, I don't know of any company that would hand an 18-year-old, even a 16-year-old, keys to a company car and say, here, go patrol with this. And there's factors for that reason. Again, we're going back to the first video with the security patrol vehicle tour. Main reason why a lot of companies won't let an officer who works for that company between the ages of minimum hiring requirement, which we've already discussed in mass. There is no minimum age requirement for unarmed security. So let's say that this kid is 16 and he has a driver's license. If that is true, insurance policies won't allow companies to let employees under the age of 21 to 25. Some companies say 25 and older you can drive a company car because you're insurable. Some companies say 21 and older you're insurable. For the most part, what I found out from around the country is 21. There are a few insurance agencies that say, no, it's company vehicle 25. Here in Georgia, I've worked several jobs where I've driven company patrol vehicles, and you had to be over the age of 21. So, general rule of thumb, 21 years of age and up, going with a security company that has a security vehicle that you're going to be driving in. 21 and up is general rule of thumb for being allowed to operate that vehicle. But, even with that being said, you're still got to go through a training course for it. It's a small on-the-job training course. It's not like going through... here in Georgia, you have to go through 24 hours of training. And then you have to go through on-the-job training, or OJT. For your specific site. So 24 hours of training, which is 3 8-hour days. And then however many days of OJT. Some companies do just a couple days. Some companies will do up to, a week, 2 weeks of training. It just depends on the job site, the client's policies that they've asked for the OJT. Because again, not every site is operated the same. Now, if you want me to further look into this, I will make a second video. Just leave the comments down in the comment section and thumbs up the video. Also, share and like.